Hi, good evening and welcome everyone. Do let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. You all can respond in the chat box. Do let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. Please respond in the chat box if it is okay. Hi everyone. Thank you, Shruti. Thank you for your confirmation. Let's start with today's demo session. So let me welcome you all on behalf of HR India Solutions on this free demo session. We are 10-year-old HR consulting firm primarily into recruitment. We also take care of HR advisory and consulting services. We also provide contract staffing and payroll services, and we are also into campus placement and HR practical training. These are few clients for whom we are working. We are providing all sort of services, be it recruitment, training, payroll, or contract staffing. This is all about us. Let me share you what exactly we are offering in 1 month HR Generalist Practical Training Program. There are 4 important modules. The very first module is of labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we include and cover almost all the important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to ESIC Act. And we understand that PF and ESIC are applicable on which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepared, and finally, how these payments are paid to government by logging into government website. The other labor law which we cover are Maternity Benefit Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get this benefit and what all benefit we should give to the concerned employee. Other labor law which we cover are Payment of Bonus Act and Payment of Gratuity Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible to get bonus and gratuity and how it is calculated and paid. The second model which we have under this program is of compensation and benefit. Under this module, we understand how CTC structures are designed, what exactly is CTC, what is gross salary, what is net salary. We also understand how payroll is managed on software and how it can be done on Excel sheet. Other important thing which we learn are income tax, professional tax, loss of pay, overtime, leaves and holidays. And finally, we see that how full and final settlement of employees are done at the time of going. The third module is of recruitment and selection, which is all about talent acquisition. And we understand what is job description, what is job specification. We also see that nowadays how corporates are adopting different sourcing strategies for their recruitment. We train people on Naukri.com and they become capable of finding suitable candidates on the basis of various keywords, key skills, and job description. Nowadays, it is not HR manager who is going through each and every resume which they receive. Nowadays, his resumes are getting screened by technology. So we also understand that how technology is playing an important role into recruitment, how various ATS, applicant tracking systems, and how various RMS, recruitment management softwares are working these days. And then we have a dedicated session on CV writing and interviews skills under this module. The last and fourth module, which we are having in online HR Generalist Practical Training Program, is of HR Analytics, which we have recently added. And we see that why HR Analytics is important, what are the various HR tools and techniques which are used in HR Analytics, what are various HR metrics with the help of which we understand that how HR is performing, and finally we see that how HR dashboards are created in Excel. This is all about the course which we are offering. Before we proceed with the demo session, just wanted to have an understanding of what kind of audiences we have today. There would be a poll which would be appearing. I would request everyone to respond to that poll. Let us know how much experience do you have in HR. The poll is live, everyone. Kindly respond to the poll and do let us know how much experience do you have in HR. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population today are freshers, 50%. We have people from 1 to 3 years experience also. There are people from 3 to 5 and more than 5 years experience as well. Let me welcome you all. Thank you everyone. Thank you for your participation. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding compensation and benefit. Normally, we take 3 full classes for compensation and benefit, but in 1 hour, I would try to summarize few of them important point of CNB. And if time permits, we could also be taking a brief overview of important labor laws. So compensation and benefit is no doubt one of the most important function of HR. Why it is important? Because compensation and benefit function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, this function of HR decides that what salary should be paid to that position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to breakup or designing up the entire package. How much salary should be fixed? How much salary should be breakup? What all components should come in the salary breakup is something which CNB function of HR decides. Compensation and benefit as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding when to pay. I am talking about timeline and frequency. There are many companies who are paying salaries on first. There are many companies who are paying salaries on third. There are many companies who are paying performance incentive on monthly basis. Few companies are paying performance incentive on quarterly basis. And then we have good number of companies who are paying performance incentive on an annual basis. What should be the timeline, what should be the frequency is something which this function of HR finally takes care of. And finally, compensation and benefit is the function which is responsible for taking care of entire compensation and benefit for their employees in the organization. So no doubt this function is one of the most important function of HR. But this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. We have labor laws on provident fund, we have labor law on ESIC, and we have labor law on maternity bonus and gratuity. Since we have labor law on these areas, things are very clear. We know that what all should be done and what all should be avoided. But when it comes to compensation and benefit, there is no law which speaks about how CTC package should be designed, how CTC annexes should be designed, or how the salary breakup should be done. Due to absence of law, this function of HR becomes very difficult. There are few labor law in India which are talking about payments. Let's have a look on those. We have a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act. And then there is a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's try to understand what exactly these labor laws are taking care of. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act speaks about paying minimum wages to certain category of worker or employment. This labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. The labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act speaks about timely payment of salaries and wages, and there should not be any illegal deductions from the salary or wages is something which this labor law is taking care of. But again, this labor law do not cover each and every employee in India. They only cover those people whose monthly salaries are either 24,000 per month or less. The labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act speaks about paying bonus or profit sharing by the company, which is mandatory. But again, this labor law do not include in each and every employee. This labor law only covers those people whose monthly salaries are either 21,000 per month or less. The labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act speaks about paying similar wages to all the gender. On the basis of gender, you cannot have any discrimination as far as salary is concerned, is something which this labor law is talking about. The new labor law, which went on hold and which was supposed to come from April 2021, all these four labor laws are getting combined into that. So whenever that new labor law would be coming by the name of Code on Wages 2019, that new labor law is combining all these four labor law. So in today's demonstration, we would be seeing what exactly is compensation and what are benefit. We would also be understanding what are the various steps and components which should be considered or kept in mind while designing compensation package. We would also be understanding few real offer letters which has been issued by our client to our candidate. We would be preparing a CNB structure in an Excel sheet for better understanding. And finally, we would be taking a brief overview of important and major labor laws in India. So before I proceed with the today's topic of compensation and benefit, there is a poll again. Just wanted to have your understanding on the topic. Let us know the net enhanced salaries of all employees getting a CTC of 10 lakhs in 10 different companies would be same or not. The poll is live, everyone. Let us know whether the net enhanced salaries of all employees getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different companies would be same or not. You can keep your questions ready before closing today's demo session. We would be opening the demo class for question and answer session, and we would be answering all your queries. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population, 56% has voted for false, and there are 44% of the total population who feels that yes, the take-home salary will be same if they are at the same CTC. The correct answer is false. Take-home salary of all these employees, even if they are working at same CTC, but if they are working in different companies, their take-home would never be same. Why it would never be same? Because CTC annexer designing differ from company to company, and every company design compensation package in their own convenient way. In the coming slide also, we would be trying to understand that why it would be different. Since there is no labor law, there is no one way of designing compensation package, and the correct answer is false. Take-home salary of all these employees who are working in 10 different companies, even if they are working at same CTC, the take-home salary would not be same. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's try to understand what exactly is compensation and what are benefit. Compensation is defined as the total amount of monetary pay provided to an employee. In simpler word, it is the money given for the work. Whatever salary, whatever money, whatever hard cash which every employee gets every month is called as compensation. If this is compensation, what are benefit? Benefit are all non-financial forms of compensation offered in addition to cash salary. Over and above the monthly salary, monthly cash, or monthly money which every employees are getting, they also get good number of facilities, benefits, and perks from their company, for which they do not get any kind of money in their hand, but companies are providing good number of facilities or benefit. So if I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this. The salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities, perks one avail are benefit. Let's have a look on few examples for better understanding. So compensation, which is the monetary part of CTC for which employee gets money in their hand, things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal allowance, housing or medical, which are paid in the form of money comes under compensation. All commissions, incentives, overtime pay, bonuses, profit sharing, stock options, all these are paid in the form of money, hence they comes under compensation. Benefit for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand. Things like holidays and leaves, welfare facilities in cafeteria, infrastructure facilities, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. Insurance and medical is something which is given by almost all the companies in India, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but either their lives are insured or they are covered under medical insurance. Retirement benefit, wellness, it can be mental wellness, it can be health wellness. During COVID time, almost all big companies has gone for providing wellness program to their employees. They hired doctors, they hired gym trainers, they hired financial advisor. All these people were available for employee and they were advising them how to take care of themselves. For this benefit, nobody was getting any kind of money in their hand, but it is a good benefit which companies were providing. Let's have a few more example of benefit. Benefit can be health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance. Life insurance, as I said, is one of the most commonly offered benefit in India. Almost all the companies are giving life insurance benefit. Retirement plan, gym and fitness. There are many companies who are giving membership for gym and fitness club, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but this is a good benefit which their companies are providing. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. There are many companies who motivate their employees to go for higher education. The entire course is sponsored by the company. No doubt the employee is not getting any money in their hand, but this is a good benefit. Childcare, paid leave, and many more. Very similar to CTC annexer designing, there is no labor law in India which is saying that every company has to give this many benefit. This is why benefit also differ from company to company. Bigger companies are giving more number of benefit and facilities, whereas the smaller companies are giving lesser number of benefit and facilities. Now let's try to understand whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, how they decide that what compensation or what salary should be paid to that position or person. The word compensation is a very broad term. It can be divided into two major categories, salary and wages. Normally, the word salary is used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. And the term wages is used for all those payments which are paid to worker. In other words, management people get salaries and worker gets wages. We would be understanding what are the factors which plays an important role in salary and wages decision. So wages which are paid to worker are normally decided by state government, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Maharashtra government has decided minimum wages for Maharashtra state. You cannot pay lesser than that minimum wages in Maharashtra. Similarly, Haryana government has decided minimum wages for their state, and Karnataka government has also decided minimum wages for their state. Every state has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Let's try to see other factor which plays an important role. Cost of living or location. You will see that even the salary for management people are getting different on the basis of cost of living or location. Whenever government is releasing the circular of minimum wages, or whenever these states governments are deciding minimum wages, you will see that these minimum wages are different on the basis of cost of living. In Maharashtra and Karnataka, the cost of living is high. Even in Delhi, the cost of living is high. You will see that minimum wages for of these states are higher than all those states which are poor in nature, like poor, in fact, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. You will see that minimum wages for these states, Bihar, Jharkhand, and West Bengal, are much lesser than minimum wages of states like Delhi, Karnataka, and Maharashtra. Education and experience. You will see that even the management people are getting salaries on the basis of education and experience. Whenever government is releasing circular of minimum wages, government is mentioning like this: for matriculate, this would be the minimum wages; for graduate, this would be the minimum wages; and for postgraduate, this would be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding different minimum wages on the basis of education. Industries or ability to pay. When I'm saying industries or ability to pay, I'm referring to there are many industries which are not doing that great. Industries like carpet making company, jute making company, tea garden, to some extent manufacturing company, and to some extent textile industries. These industries are not doing that great in comparison to industries like telecom, healthcare, retail, and banking. So you will see that salaries and wages are different in different industries. Anybody joining a tea garden or jute making company would be getting much lesser than the HR manager who would be joining an IT company or telecom company. Even government is deciding different minimum wages for different industry. Government decide separate minimum wages for mining industry and a different minimum wages for agriculture industry, and for manufacturing industry, government decides a different minimum wages. So even government is also deciding different minimum wages on the basis of industries or ability to pay of the industry. Supply and demand. When I'm saying supply and demand, I am referring to what is the demand of any particular kind of manpower and what is the supply of that kind of manpower in the market. In other words, what is the demand of any particular kind of skill set and what is the supply of that kind of skill set. Demand of data scientists are huge, but the supply is not that great. So demand is more, supply is less. That would be increasing the salary for these profiles. So on the basis of supply and demand on any particular kind of manpower or skill set, salaries and wages gets differ. Whenever companies are going for deciding salary for management employees, job evaluation is still one of the most scientific approach of deciding what salary should be paid to any particular position. Job evaluation is nothing but comparative study of two jobs. You study two jobs and then decide that what salary should be paid to any particular position. Under job evaluation, things like job analysis, job description, and job specification comes. Wages. Whenever state government goes for deciding minimum wages, they invite the major and important labor union of the state who plays an important role. We have discussed a lot about the minimum wages, which is taking me to a question for which I do not have any poll. I would request everyone to respond in the chat box. The scenario or the question is like this. Minimum wages of Bihar for the unskilled worker is 7,956, which means if you are planning to hire a unskilled worker in the state of Bihar, this is the minimum which you need to pay. Paying below this in the state of Bihar would be illegal. Minimum wages of Delhi or in the state of Delhi for unskilled, same category of worker is 16,064. If you are planning to hire an unskilled worker in Delhi, this is the minimum which you need to pay. Paying below this would be illegal. Now the question which I want to put in front of you is, the worker who is working in Bihar gets transferred to Delhi. He is not required to do anything extra, neither any extra skill set is required. Do you think that the person working in Bihar, if he gets transferred to Delhi, he would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi, or not. If this person is not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required. You can respond in the chat box. Will this person would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wages of Delhi or not? Do let me know. Only one has responded. Yes, yes, okay. So the correct answer is yes, this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi. Now let me know why he would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi. He is not required to do anything extra, nor any extra skill set is required. Why this worker would be getting higher minimum wages? Okay, so this person would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi because minimum wages of Delhi is high, which has been decided on the basis of all those factors which we have seen. Now, let me take you to another question for which I am not even asking for answer. Try to find out the correct answer. This is a food for thought or homework for everyone. So we have increased the salary of Bihar worker when he gets transferred to Delhi. What if the same person gets transferred back to Bihar from Delhi? Can the salary be reduced? We are not asking for answer. I'm leaving it to you. Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we understand what happens and what are the various nitty-gritty of labor laws. So now we are sending him back to Bihar where the minimum wages is less. Can the salary be reduced or not? Try to find out the correct answer. As of now, let's proceed with the demo system. So there is a poll again appearing. For this, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have a masses feeling. Let us know which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview. Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? The poll is live, everyone. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. Let me end the poll and share you the result. 83% has voted for practical skills and knowledge, whereas 17% has voted for communication skill. It is surprising to see that nobody has voted for degrees and certification. So this is the result. 83% has voted for practical skills and knowledge, 17% has voted for communication skill, and nobody has voted for degrees and certification. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this survey just to have a masses feeling. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's proceed. So now this is one of the most important section of this demo session, how to design compensation and benefit. So the entire process and steps of compensation package can be categorized into 5 steps. If you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation and package would be complete. As the most important and very first step is to decide on the fixed pay or base pay. Under this step, you decide 2 things: basic salary of the person and dearness allowance if it is applicable. Dearness allowance or DA is something which is normally found with government organization. You will not find DA with private organization. So in the very first step, you decide that what should be the basic salary of the person and what should be the DA if it is applicable. Once you are done with first step, second step is to divide rest of the salaries into further allowances. Whatever allowances which your company is giving, you need to divide the salary after deciding basic salary into all allowances. Allowances differ from company to company, and it can be in the name of house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special telephone, internet, and others. Allowances are purely a choice of companies. Company can go for any kind of allowances which they want to go, and allowances also differ from company to company. So after deciding the basic salary and DA, you will need to decide or divide the salaries into all the allowances which your companies are providing. Once you are done with these two steps, third step is to calculate the cost of retirers and statutory contributions. This is something which you do not decide. This comes from the labor law point of view, and you calculate the cost of your company for payment in all these statutory bodies. Every company makes payment to Provident Fund, ESI, Labor Welfare Fund. Many companies include gratuity and bonus. Gratuity and bonus is something which is included by 50% of the companies only. There are 50% of the company who do not include gratuity and bonus in CTC and Excel. So PF, ESIC, and Labor Welfare Fund is something on to which every company pays every month for their employee. So you need to add the cost or company's contribution toward these government bodies. Once you are done with third step, the fourth step is to add the cost of benefit and perks which your company is providing. If your company is providing any facilities to your employee, you can add the cost of those. Benefits can be in the name of medical insurance. If your company is providing medical insurance, you can add the cost of that in CTC. Life insurance, club membership, vision care, higher education, whatever benefit which your company is providing to the employee, you can add the cost of those benefit into in CTC and Excel or compensation package. Once you're done with these four steps, the last and final step is variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is required to achieve certain kind of target, and on the basis of achievement of that target, if the person is getting any kind of incentive or variable pay, you can add the cost of that. The various names which has been given to variable pay are performance incentive. Many companies call it as PLI, which stands for performance linked incentive. Many companies are calling it as a performance bonus, and many companies pays bonus on company's performance. They say that we would be paying bonus on the basis of how well the company is performing. And in many company, it is long service award. So once you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation package would be complete. So whatever we have seen, let's try to follow in an Excel sheet. I hope I am back. I am on my Excel sheet and it is visible to everyone. So let's try to follow all those 5 steps which we have seen. I have taken a monthly CTC of 21,000 intentionally because I want to include this person in ESIC, which is a very big labor law. In ESIC, only those people come whose monthly salary are 21,000 or less. If your monthly salary is more than 21,000, you would not be coming under ESIC Act. So this is why I have taken 21,000. So in the very first step, we have seen that we need to decide the base pay, and under base pay, what we do, we decide the basic salary. So now basic salary should be how much? Basic salary is normally kept as 40 to 50% of CTC. This is what 80% of the HR professionals are doing. Why 40 to 50% of CTC? There is no labor law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50% of CTC. If you want to give 70%, 80% or 90%, you are free to do that. No labor law or no law would be stopping you. But yes, there are few strong logics why everybody is keeping 40 to 50% of CTC as basic. Let's follow the same rule and let's try to keep 50% of CTC as basic salary. We have done with the first step. We have decided the basic salary of this person, which is 50% of CTC. DA, as I said, is something which is normally found with government organization. In private organization, you will not find that. So let's ignore DA. And the second step was to decide on the allowances. Whatever allowances which your company is giving, you can add the rest of the salaries into those allowances. So in case you want to suggest me any allowances, do let me know, or let me pick few allowances which are very common in nature. There is a allowance by the name of HRA, which stands for house rent allowance. You will see that 99% of the companies are going for this allowance. HRA is normally kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is kept as 40 to 50% of basic salary? Because 40 to 50% of basic salary as HRA is tax-free from income tax point of view. This is the only reason. Otherwise, if you want to keep 70%, 80% or 90%, you can keep that also. But if you keep 40 or 50%, that would be tax-free. 40% is kept for all those employees who are staying in a non-metro city. And if your employee is staying in a metro city, you can keep 50% of basic HR. Let's assume that this employee is staying in a non-metro city. For non-metro city, we should go for 40%. So we have decided HRA as 4,200. This would be a tax-free income for this person. This is why all the companies are going for 40 to 50%. Let me pick one more allowance, or if you want to suggest, you can suggest telephone allowance. What amount should come here? Any amount which seems logical to come here. In the age of Geo, 1,000 seems okay. You cannot keep 11,000 or 12,000 in telephone allowance, which would be very illogical. So we have decided telephone allowance also. We have decided a logical amount. Now, one more salary breakup or component which we will see is almost followed by 80-90% of the HR professionals. They are picking special allowance. Trust me, there is nothing special with special allowance. This allowance is used as balancing or adjusting or difference. So whatever amount which would be coming as a difference at the last, that amount would be entered here to match the CTC figure of 21,000. This is why most of the HR professionals are picking a special allowance. They are not putting any value here, and they would be deciding what amount will come here at the last. Whatever would be coming as a difference, they would try to put here. So let's follow the same rule. We are done with first two steps. If you add the first two steps, you will reach to monthly gross salary. Let's see where exactly we have reached. We have reached to 15,700 as monthly gross salary. We are looking for 21,000 as CTC, and we are done with two steps. Third step is statutory compliances. Under statutory, we calculate PF by company and ESIC by company. In these two government companies. So what is the PF contribution? These two laws are applicable in entire India. Every month, companies are contributing to PF department and ESIC department for their employees. So PF contribution is how much? It is not 12%. Many of you might be thinking that it is 12%. No, it is not 12%. It is 12 plus 1, 13%. Every month, companies are contributing 13% to Provident Fund government. Let's calculate 13%. I am calculating on gross. Yes, it can be calculated on many other salary component. This is the there can be various possibilities. You can calculate on basic if it is more than 15, and other possibilities are there. For calculations here, I have calculated on gross salary, which means company would be contributing 2041 every month to PF department or PF government for this employee. Let's calculate ESIC. ESIC is 3.25% of gross salary. Let's calculate that also. This means company would be contributing 510 as ESIC and 2041 as PF to government authority. These are the costs, and we are done with the statutory contributions. If you want to add LWF, you can add that, but LWF is not applicable in all the states. You can add gratuity also, and you can add bonus also. But gratuity and bonus are something which are not included by all the companies. So we are done with third step. Fourth step was benefit. If your company is giving any benefit, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that company is giving the benefit of medical insurance, and company is spending 200 rupees per month per employee. You have added the cost of this, and we are done with the fourth step also. If your company is giving more benefit, you can add the cost of that as well. Fourth step was variable pay, which is also called as PLI. If this person is supposed to achieve any kind of target, and on the basis of achievement of that target, if the person is getting paid, that amount we can add. Let's assume that if this person achieves the target, he would be getting 600 more. We have added that as well. We are done with all the 5 steps. Let's see where exactly we have reached. So CTC can be calculated like this. If you add employer or company's cost with the monthly gross salary, you will reach to CTC. So we have reached to a CTC of 19,051 rupees, whereas we are looking for 21,000. What is the difference? 21,000 minus 19,051. We have there is a difference of 1949. Now this cell has become active, which were left intentionally blank. Now what this HR professional will do? This HR professional would try to add 1949 here, and he would try to reach a desired CTC figure of 21,000. I have entered that figure. Let's see whether we are reaching to the desired figure of 21,000 or not. No, we have not reached. There is a excess of 317. So let's try to subtract. This HR professional would try to subtract 317 to reach 21,000. Let's see. No, there is a difference of 52. Let's try to add 52 and see whether now we are reaching to 21,000 or not. Again, there is a difference of 9. Let's subtract 9. There is a difference of 2. Let's add 2. Again, there is a difference of 1. Let's subtract 1. Now we have reached the desired figure of 21,000, which we were looking for. But we have done good amount of manual activities. Now let me move to my another sheet, which is an automated CTC calculator, which is made on advanced Excel. If you go to any cell, you will see that some kind of formula is applied. This cell has got this formula, this cell has got this formula, this cell has got this formula, and this cell has got this formula. Every cell has got some kind of formula. Entire sheet is formula driven and is made on advanced Excel. Now from this sheet, we would try to find out the salary breakup of 21,000 CTC. And you will see that this would be calculating the entire breakup automatically. Let me show you how. There is an option by the name of data menu. Go into data. Data is having an option of what if analysis. Go in what if analysis. What if analysis would be giving you 3 options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you 3 questions. Set the cell means select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected this cell, CTC cell. I am looking for value in this cell. Second question which Excel is asking me is to value. What is the value which you are looking for? So we are looking for 21,000. I have entered that. Third and last question which Excel is asking me is by changing cell. Excel is asking me to allot a cell which would be used by calculation purpose. So I am allotting this cell. I have answered 3 questions. Select the cell in which I am looking for value, value which I am looking for, and third, allotting a cell to Excel for calculation purpose. Let's give a closer look. Once I click OK, you will see that entire breakup of 21,000 per month CTC would be automatically calculated. Let me click OK. So it is done. We have breakup of 21,000 in front of us. Let me show you again. Under data, there is an option by the name of what if analysis. Select what if analysis. It has got 3 options. Pick goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you 3 questions. Select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected this cell. Give me a moment. There's something. Under data, what if analysis, goal seek. Set the cell. I have selected this cell in which I am looking for value. To value, let's pick a odd figure. 99897, which is 9,98,979. This can be a CTC figure for some employees. Again, as a third question, I am allotting this cell to Excel. Now, once I click OK, you will see that we would be having a salary breakup of 9,98,979. Let me click OK. So it is done. It has not taken a second also. So we have breakup of entire compensation package. Basic has been decided. ESIC, Provident Fund, gratuity, everything is there. So we, in our actual classes, we teach that how this automated CTC breakup can be calculated. And we share this Excel sheet as well. So at the very beginning of the class, I asked a question whether the take-home salary of all the person who are working at same CTC but working in different company would be same or not. This is the example. There are 3 companies, company A, company B, and company C. All these companies are giving a CTC of 7 lakhs. But you will see that in company A, the take-home salary is 49,313. Company B is giving a take-home salary of 40495. And company C has a take-home salary of 38,991. Take-home salary in all these companies are different, even if the CTC is same. Why it is different? Because the compensation designing differ from company to company due to absence of law. Since there is no labor law, every company is deciding salary breakup in their own way. This company has not taken gratuity in medical. This company has not taken variable pay. So from having a look on the CTC, it is very difficult to say that what salary would be coming. And then these are few possible allowances which can come in the salary breakup. These are few tax-free salary component which everybody should go for. So this is what I wanted to share from my Excel. Let me go back to my PPT. I hope I am back on my PPT. So there is a question again, just wanted to have your opinion. Can the monthly basic salary and the monthly gross salary be the same? Let me share you two examples. There is a company who is giving offer letter like this. They are mentioning basic salary is 45,000, HRA is 0, conveyance allowance is 0, and the total salary is 45,000. In this case, monthly gross and basic is same. There is another company who is giving salary breakup like this. Only basic salary is there, and basic salary and monthly salary are same. So the question which I want to ask is, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Both the salary structure which is flashing on the screen are legally correct or not? The poll is live, everyone. Kindly share your response. Let me end the poll and share with the result. 80% is voted for no, and they are of the opinion that basic salary and monthly gross salary cannot be same. Whereas 20% is voted for yes, and they are of the opinion that monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. The correct answer is true or yes. Both monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. Both the salary structure or salary breakup which are flashing on the screen are legally correct. There is nothing wrong. Paying allowances are purely a choice of companies. If they want to pay, they can pay. If they do not want to pay, they can do that also. So there is nothing wrong with the salary breakup which is flashing on the screen. And yes, monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let's proceed. Now let's try to have a look on few sample offer letter, and we will try to understand how it is different, how salary breakup is getting different in different companies. This is first salary breakup in which company is giving a total salary of 13,30,000, and company is also mentioning that net take home salary would be 1,07,034 rupees. At the bottom blue box, you will see that company is mentioning that there will be additional monthly deduction towards mediclaim insurance, which means this company is giving the benefit of mediclaim insurance and they are deducting the cost from employee salary. So the enhanced salary would be further going down due to this deduction. You will also see that in the red box, company is mentioning all this variable pay. You will also be eligible for max performance linked bonus of 2,66,000. All this variable pay incentive is mentioned in the red box, which means variable pay is not a part of CTC in this company. This is coming over and above the monetary CTC. If you see, the PF contribution is only 1,800 and the basic salary is 55,000. If you calculate 12 or 13% of basic salary, the amount would be huge. But this company is limiting their contribution on 15, which means PF is limited on 15,000 salary. Company can say that we will pay provident fund till 15,000. Above that, we would not be paying. This is legally correct. And you will see that bonus is something which is coming in the monthly gross salary, which means bonus is a part of monthly salary and is not a part of annual CTC. You will also see that gratuity is something which is not appearing anywhere. So in this company, gratuity is not a part of CTC. This is one way of making offer letter. Let's have a look on another offer letter. This is another offer letter which is of a US MNC in India. So there is a salary component by the name of leave travel allowance. And the company is asking the employees whether you want to take this money as leave travel allowance or you want to convert it as monthly special allowance, which means there is a choice with the employer to decide that how they want to take the salary. This kind of salary breakup is called as combined model of compensation package, in which employee get option to decide one or two salary breakup. This is a combined model. As I said, you will see that provident fund contribution in this company is 4,434 and the basic salary is only 36. In previous offer letter, the basic was 55 and PF was 1,800. In this company, PF is not limited to 15,000. You will also see that gratuity is something which is appearing in the salary breakup, which means gratuity is a part of CTC in this company. This is another way of making offer letter. Let's have a look on last and final uh, offer letter. This is very flexible in nature. This kind of salary breakup is called as flexible model of compensation package, in which employee get a option of deciding almost all the salary breakup. So out of this company is offering 10 lakhs. Out of 10 lakhs, company has decided basic salary is 350 and rest 5 lakh 8,000 had been put under flexi compensation. Now, employee is free to decide how they want to take that salary and under what all name. The salary component would be decided by them. The salary amount would be decided by them. You will see that Provident Fund is coming under CTC and the company is directing on total salary. You will also see that performance incentive is a part of CTC in this organization. In first offer letter, this incentive was coming at the bottom red box, but this company has added the incentive pay. And in this red box at the bottom, you will see that all these benefits are mentioned, which company is providing, but company has not mentioned any monetary value. All these benefits are over and above the CTC. Even the gratuity is appearing, but they have not added the cost of this. This is another way of making offer. Why this is why in every company it is different, because there is no labor law which is saying that CTC needs to be decided in this particular way. So if you want to pay 50,000 to your employee, 50,000 can be paid in this way also. This is legally correct. There is nothing wrong. If you want to pay 50,000, 50,000 can be paid in this way also. 50,000 can be paid in this way also. And if you want to pay 50,000 per month to an employee, that can be paid in this way also. All these salary breakups are correct, legally correct. If you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or in this way, or in this way, it would be wrong. And we, in our actual classes, we understand that why these are wrong and what can be the various possibilities of paying 50,000 per month. So this is what I wanted to share from the compensation and benefit class. We are approaching the time limit. So I am skipping this. Otherwise, all these labor laws we have included in the course. Provident Fund, ESIC Act, maternity benefit, payment of bonus and gratuity. These are the purpose why government has thought of bringing this labor law. This is the law applicability. These laws are applicable in which company, 20 or more, 10 or more, 10 or more. So which all employees comes under all these labor laws, Provident Fund, ESIC, maternity benefit payment or gratuity. These 15,000, 21,000, all these salary limits are there. These labor laws are giving what kind of benefit? PM gives a benefit of saving, pension and insurance. ESIC Act gives the benefit of medical care, salary and maternity benefit. Maternity Benefit Act gives leaves with salary to all the women employees for 26 weeks, which is more than 6 months. Payment of Bonus Act, what is the benefit? It is the profit benefit. Company shares the profit. Gratuity is a long service recognition award. Anybody who works for 5 years becomes eligible to get gratuity, and this is a good money is given to employee. So due to time constraint, I am skipping this. Let me close in 2 minutes and I would be opening the session for question and answer. Before that, let me give you some homework. Try to find out the correct answer of these questions. Can an employee apply for sick leave in advance? Second question is, can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit or not? Third is it mandatory to pay bonus or statutory bonus by a company which is incurring loss? Fourth is, all those daycare facilities which companies are providing, are men allowed to take children to company's crèche or not? And after resigning, can an employee withdraw his resignation or not? Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we discuss all this nitty-gritty. So we have seen what is compensation and benefit. We have also seen the steps and component which should be kept in mind. We have seen real offer letters which have been issued by our client to our candidate, and we have prepared one. This we have skipped and we have not seen in detail. So COVID impact, everybody knows that what exactly happened in COVID time, layoffs, firing, all this happened. In the coming days also, things would not that be easy. Companies do not want to spend time on training any employee. Companies are becoming very choosy. Why they are becoming very choosy? Because supply of talent in the market has increased like anything, whereas demand has not increased. Sorry, companies are merging multiple jobs and they are creating one. Survival of the fittest. We need to remain updated and skilled. If you are good at one function of HR, say recruitment, we need to become good at other functions also. You need to learn labor law. You need to become good at payroll also. So by remaining good at only one function of HR, going forward would not that be easy. Companies are looking for people who can take care of 2 or 3 functions of HR. Preference is given to all those people who are multi-skilled and trained. And through the survey, we have seen that it is practical skills and knowledge which are more important. Let me show you the detail. Skill hai to kuch nahi, mushkil hai is the punchline of Delhi government. So these are the 4 modules. Every module has got some fee. If you add the fee, the total cost would come. Before that, let me share you the important details. So course duration is 10 classes. There would be total 10 classes for the entire course. In terms of hour, it would be 25-hour class. Classes happens on Saturday and Sunday only. The timings are 4 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Study material is given on each and every module and topic. Access to all live class recording. Immediately after the class, we give the live class recording to everyone, which remain with you and you can watch for n number of times. Today demo class is also getting recorded, and after the class, I would be sending this today's demo class recording via mail and WhatsApp both. In the same way, we share the actual class recording. And this recording is for you. You can access anytime for n number of time. Practice test. After every module and topic, we conduct a practice test. Practice test is only for practicing. We try to see that how the learning is going on. And then there is a certificate. Our course and company both are ISO 9000 certified. So whatever certificate we issue, carry the logo of ISO 9000. And then we also support offline clarification. In case you have any query, you can speak to us any day, one-on-one, and we would be clarifying your doubt. So we have seen that there are 4 modules. These are the course I did. If you add the total fee is coming to 6,000. Anybody who is going for the entire course, there is a huge discount, and the entire course can be done at a nominal fee of 3,600. These are my number, which I would be sharing you. So how the course continue? We start with module 1, move to module 2, then 3, and then 4. Admission can happen when we are starting module 4. Admission can be taken when we are starting module 3, and admission can also be taken when we are starting module 1 or module 2. The next admission is happening from 9th April, Saturday. So these are the certificate which we issue, sample certificate. We have issued to people and they are flashing it on LinkedIn. People are mentioning that under licenses and certificate, we conducted this certification with this MBA college also. We were invited by Aligarh Muslim University. We were invited by Sri Siddhi Vinayak College, and recently we went to ISM Patna. So let me go back to the detail, which you now over to you, everyone. Anything which you want to ask, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and ask if you have any question, any query related to course or anything which you want to understand from today's demo session. You all can unmute. You can shoot your question in the chat box also. Before that, let me share you our LinkedIn and YouTube channel detail. If you go to LinkedIn, you would be able to see that on which all opening we are working. If you visit YouTube channel, you would be able to see there are free tutorials which are there. So try to join us on LinkedIn. From LinkedIn page, you can remain updated on latest opening. If you subscribe to YouTube channel, you will see that many tutorials are there, which is free. Over to you, everyone. Any questions from the course which we are offering or any doubt from the demo which we have seen? You can share your query in the chat box or you feel free to call. Feel free to speak. You can unmute yourself. You can raise your query in the chat box, or you can ask also anything which you want to know about the course or anything which you want to understand from the demo which we have seen. Okay, it seems that there are no more query, no issues. As I said, I would be sending you today's recording through mail and WhatsApp both. My mail has started going into junk. Try to have a look there as well. And in case of any query, you can contact us one-to-one also. My number would also be there. The next batch or the classes are starting from 9th April. Hoping to see you, everyone, in the class. Thank you for your time, everyone. You people are really fast. You responded very immediately on the poll, and very decent profile also. So let's close for today. As I said, I would be sending you today's recording through mail and WhatsApp. Feel free to come back to us for any kind of query or any kind of doubt you have regarding the course, and try to join us on YouTube and LinkedIn page.